Let's start in chapter 4 by taking a look at verses 1 through 3. Hear this word, you cows of Bashan, who live on the mount of Samaria, who oppress the destitute and abuse the needy, who say to your husbands, bring us a drink. The Lord God has sworn by his holiness, truly days are coming upon you when they shall drag you away with ropes, your children with fishhooks. You shall go out through the breached walls, one in front of the other, and you shall be exiled to Harmon, oracle of the Lord. An initial question looking at this text might be, who is Amos addressing specifically? We know Amos prophesied in the northern kingdom, and language in this text underscores that. Bashan was a fertile land that was in the northern kingdom, and we can see on the map where Bashan is located. There's also a reference in this text to Mount Samaria. We know Samaria was the capital of the northern kingdom. It also seems like Amos really is singling out the wealthy women of the northern kingdom in this first part of chapter 4. So what might be the message that Amos is trying to convey? Well, for the Lord, Amos is calling out the wealthy of the northern kingdom, and is doing so because of their mistreatment and oppression of the poor. The Lord, through Amos, is also announcing a day when the wealthy and their children will be punished through exile. A couple of key points to keep in mind. We know the covenant was an agreement between the Lord and the people, and the people had to live up to the stipulations in the covenant, and if they didn't do that, the covenant listed curses or punishments that the Lord could inflict on the people. And so looking at the text, did you pick out the punishment that the Lord is considering? It's exile. And so the Lord, because of the transgressions of the people, is considering banishing them from the land. And we know the land was very important to the people. It was a gift from the Lord initially, and it's something that is part of who they are, their identity. They treasure the land. And so for the Lord to threaten to take away the land because of their transgressions is a serious punishment. And it gives us an insight into how important it is to treat the poor and the marginalized, because by not doing it in a fair way, the Lord is going to take the land away from the people. Second key point is one that Amos, a biblical scholar, puts forward. Looking at the original language of the text, Amos' interpretation, the message really is not just concerned about the wealthy elite and how they might be punished, but really is concerned for everyone. And that because of the actions of the wealthy and the elite, they will suffer, but everyone will suffer in the kingdom. Whole families and the entire community will be punished because of the actions of a few. This gives us a little bit of an insight into kind of how things worked for the people of Israel, that they were bound up as a community together. And so if people were not doing well or not following the covenant at the very top, the leaders, their responsibility to look out for the poor and marginalized, that not only they would suffer, but the entire community would suffer because of those actions, that they were really bound up together as a community.